Rail Vikas Nigam Limited is engaged in building engineering works required by Indian Railways. They have done many major projects of Indian Railway like the bridge on river Mahanadi, Kolkata Metro, other railway electrification and tunneling projects. After doing all of that, they still have hundreds of projects pending at their work. So they have a strong order book. Now let us understand their business model. You see, RVNL as of now is a government undertaking. They assign the projects by Indian Railways. Then RVNL issues tenders for the upcoming projects, and later private construction companies or private contractors bid for these projects. RVNL then selects the best bidder and assigns projects to them. After assigning RVNL, then supervises all the work done until its completion. Now wholly RVNL gets 5% commission to do all this work, which I will call as its operating profit margin. In the past 5 years, the OPM of RVNL has remained constant at 5 to 6%. If you look at the debt part, then RVNL in March 20 reported its borrowings at 4,257 crore rupees, and the interest paid on that was only 41 crore rupees. So that is an EMI of only 1%. For the comparison purpose, DMart has borrowing of 299 crore rupees and it paid interest of 60 crore rupees on that. So that is an EMI of 20%, which tells us that RVNL is able to get loan at very cheap rates. And the interesting part of that is the borrowing of RVNL is and really is not a really debt, but a funding received to them by Indian Finance Corporation. Here is the take of management on that debt.
18 का प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स था चौधरी साहब 550 करोड़ रुपए का, उसमें से एक चौथाई जो है वो नॉन रिलेटेड नॉन कोर आइटम्स एफडी से इंटरेस्ट। तो मुझे इस समय बताएं बैलेंस शीट का हाल क्या है, कितना डेट कितना कैश लेके आप लोग बैठे हैं?
नहीं, हमारी जो कंपनी है ये जीरो डेट कंपनी है। आप बैलेंस शीट में देखेंगे एक आइटम है बोरोइंग, हाँ, लेकिन इसका ये आरएफसी से लोन ये मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रेलवे सैंक्शन करती है कि आरएफसी आरवीएल को कुछ गिवन प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए वो भी डिसाइडेड, हाँ, रेलवे मंत्रालय तो कहता है कि कौन सा प्रोजेक्ट का फंडिंग आरएफसी से होगा।
इंडियन रेलवे फाइनेंस कॉर्पोरेशन से पूरा फंडिंग आई है, तो इसको तो इसके लिए ब्याज नहीं देना पड़ता क्या हमको?
कुछ सर्टेन प्रोजेक्ट्स की, सबकी नहीं।
अच्छा, इनमें से कुछ डेट का आपको ब्याज देना है, कुछ डेट आपके लिए ऐसी आई हुई है। सर आवाज आ रही है?
नहीं, जो हाँ अब आ रही है। हाँ। जो है ये लोन का अरेंजमेंट ऐसा है कि इसका प्रिंसिपल और इंटरेस्ट दोनों का पैसा मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रेलवे देती है। हाँ। और ये हमारे अकाउंट में सिर्फ पास थ्रू एंट्री होती है। हाँ। रेलवे मंत्रालय आज पैसा देती है, आज ही हम फिर आईआरएफसी को दे देते हैं। तो ये एक बस पास थ्रू एंट्री है, लोन हमारे नाम पर नहीं, हमारी कोई लायबिलिटी नहीं है ये।
अच्छा,
तो
ठीक है।
प्रैक्टिकली हम जीरो डेट कंपनी, हमारा ऋण जीरो है।
अच्छा, कुमार साहब जाते जाते क्या है बीच में
Now, if the management and its words are trusted, then the company is almost debt-free objectively. Next, if you look at the past growth of RVNL, then it is outstanding. Past 5-year sales growth of RVNL is 32.17%, whereas past 5-year sales growth of DMart is 33%, which is almost similar growth. And the net profit growth in past 5 years of RVNL is 29.85%, while DMart has 40.91% of profit growth. Now you may say that DMart is beating RVNL in profit growth, and you are right, but it is now the question of value. You see, DMart has a market cap of 1,33,000 crore rupees, whereas market cap of RVNL is only 4,000 crore rupees. It is like cars. One car is of 1 lakh crore rupees and other car is only 4,000 crore rupees, but both give almost same average. In case of RVNL, it is pure case of a value stock. You pay less and get more, and that is all value investing is about. RVNL has a PE of 5 and PB of 0.89, whereas DMart has PE of 131 and PB of 12.06. DMart is expensive while RVNL is cheap. In March 2020, DMart reported its net profit of 1018 crore rupees and RVNL reported net profit of 790 crore rupees. So the numbers are more fantastic of RVNL. Yesterday, RVNL has also announced dividend of rupees 1.30 per share, which is a dividend yield of 6%. 6% which is greater than most bank account savings and FD. While the retail giant DMart does not pay us any dividend. Well, this was all about numbers, where I covered only the positives. Now let us look with a critic's view. First of all, my way of comparing RVNL and DMart is wrong. RVNL is from different industry and DMart is from different industry. So I am comparing oranges and apples, which is not a smart thing to do. But I had to do so because RVNL does not have any peer which does same work as RVNL. RVNL is sort of monopoly because it has no real competition. Also, I used DMart because it is a popular stock and it makes me easy to compare them both. For example, if I want to explain electricity to you and you know nothing about it, then I can use water. Electricity is just flow of electrons like the flow of droplets in the river. So here I am not saying that water and electricity are same, but to make you understand, I have to use such wide examples. Financially, RVNL seems better than DMart, but it has certain risks. First of all, RVNL is a government-owned company. Now we all know how government functions. It has big plannings but very slow execution. Often government companies are found out to be less efficient than the private, and the chances of scams occurring in PSUs is more because of corruption. Since RVNL has these exceptional good sides and also these exceptional bad sides, I would say don't go all in. RVNL is a small cap company and a penny stock, so there is a certain level of risk involved. I would say allocate only a small amount which you are willing to sacrifice in that company. As of now, RVNL is working only on the support of Indian Railways and Railway Finance Corporation. RVNL is although a separate entity, but it is not independent. It needs all the support to stand still. So lastly, this was my take on the company, and if you have some opinions, if you have some of your thoughts, then please do share it in the comments. That's all. Thank you for watching.